Here we go. Welcome to the Arena Power Rising Summer 2025. We are so excited to have you. I am excited to be spotlit. If you are new to the fam, please continue introducing yourself in the chat. We're so happy that you're here. We're going to be doing these events all through the summer, June, July, August, into September, if you count that as summer. And here in Texas, we do, of 2025. I am Jess Weldon. I am Arena's training director. I am here in somewhat cloudy Austin, Texas, coming to you from a background of organizing, of teaching. I was involved in county party work and President Obama's campaign in 2012. I think that I have a mid baking ability, but I have a very high baking confidence. This appears often at family functions. Just a little fun fact about me. If you're still introducing yourself in the chat, feel free to sprinkle in some fun facts about you. We have an agenda for this call right now. I hope you're excited. We're going to go through some housekeeping stuff. I'm going to take you through an overview of Arena and what we do and share about Power Rising Summer. Then we're going to hear from some incredible partner organizations. We have a bunch of folks on the call who are excited to be with us in partnership and in community. We're going to hear from them. We're going to share about some of our events. And then I am going to do my darndest to keep us going so that we have time for an optional breakout session at the end to meet each other. I can't guarantee that we are going to make it all the way through to that part because we have some really exciting things happening here at Arena. We have some exciting things happening on this call right now. You are at an Arena call, you never know what is going to happen. So right now, I'm excited to introduce a very special surprise guest who is the very first congressperson from Gen Z. You may have heard of him. Maxwell Frost is the congressman from Florida who is going to kick off our Power Rising Summer launch call.
Hello, hello. Well, thank you so much for having me on. Hello, everybody. This is Congressman Maxwell Frost coming to you live from Washington, D.C. And I just, number one, want to give a huge shout out to Arena, all the amazing staff that really power this amazing organization to make sure that we build this pipeline nationwide of people working on political campaigns, people working in political movement spaces, people running for office. I myself had multiple people who Arena helped train on my staff when I decided to do this crazy thing and run for Congress at the age of 24 years old. And the crazier thing is that we ended up winning. And obviously, you all know that we're in this pretty dark moment in our nation's history, the rise of authoritarianism, the rise of right-wing neo-fascism, white supremacy, military being used against our people, ICE and organizations going out and going to our communities, terrorizing our communities. I mean, there's just so much going on. And I know things can feel very hopeless, but what I always encourage people to do is remember that as organizers, when we're in these big moments, people come to this crossroads in their life when something big happens, whether they go on Twitter, they see a video of a black man being lynched in broad daylight, George Floyd, whether they turn on the news, they see after a mass shooting in Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, they see students rising up saying, "We call BS." When all this stuff happens, it pushes people to do one of two things. It either pushes them to get involved or it pushes them further into apathy. And organizers, we stand at that crossroad to help people find a political home. And the way our movement is going to win is when we hopefully continue to realize that it's going to be a different political home for everybody. Some people will go work on campaigns of people they believe in. Some people will work for organizations and movements. Some people will volunteer. Some people will get involved in mutual aid. Everyone will get involved in different stuff. And the reason why it's so important that you're all here is because you realize that, and you're all going to go and do different things in our movement, but all towards the same goal of fighting for justice for everybody and true freedom for everyone and building political power so we can actually do the things that we want to do. That's why I ran for office. And I feel very privileged because even though I'm the youngest person in Congress, I feel like I've had some of the most experience in different parts of our movement. From being a fresh 18-year-old, and I remember getting that call to go be a field organizer in the Florida coordinated campaign. I was told, "Yo, you're gonna get paid 1,200 bucks a month." I was like, 1,200 bucks a month? I'm gonna be rich. I was like, let's go. And I moved all the way to Fort Myers, Florida, and began what is my political career. I put my college on hold. And for people who don't know, I'm actually one of the only members of Congress that doesn't have an undergraduate degree because I paused it after we lost that campaign. Obviously, it was Hillary Clinton's campaign. I told myself, I'm never doing another political campaign again. 7 political campaigns later, when I decided to run for Congress, I hadn't still had not gone back to school, but I had a bit of a schooling of my own, working across my state on Amendment 4. Was the field director for the ACLU of Florida for getting voting rights to people with previous felonies, working on different campaigns across the country. And I came to this point where I decided to run for Congress, and it is because of the people I met and worked with throughout the nation that I was able to pull together like my team of not just people I trusted, but friends to build a campaign that ultimately, of course, as you all know, not for me, it's not even just like about making history, but it's about like meeting the moment. And I feel like that's why I won is because we met the moment. And there's a lot of discussions in left politics and democratic politics right now about how we move forward. And my, you know, my thing I'm telling everyone is we're not going to really gain power in a meaningful way if we don't stay true to our values. People are never going to vote for you if you're going to be the lighter version of the other thing. And what we know to be true is that the things that we believe in are actually the most popular. That's why I don't even like to say I'm in the minority in Congress because we're actually in the majority in terms of what people believe in this nation. So I'm not in the minority. I'm in the opposition right now. But I do know that we will build power not just at the federal level, but at state and local office across the entire nation. And it's going to be the people on this call that go on to help win campaigns, help power social movements, help power mutual aid to help our people now, and do all these things we need to do to build power. So I'll just end by saying I know things I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't wake up every morning automatically feeling hopeful. And to be honest, a lot of my life, I always woke up feeling like jazzed about getting to work. But it's been hard for me lately. And I always think about this conversation I had with my parents. They've been married for a long time, and something they told me is, a lot of times love is choice. Or no, sorry, a lot of times love is like a feeling. It's something you feel. You feel love for somebody. But a lot of times love is a choice. You have to actively choose to love somebody. And I'm going to replace that word with hope right now. It's okay if you don't automatically feel hopeful because you can choose it. You can choose it. And what we need in this moment is deep solidarity, right? Like solidarity without doing something is just empathy, and the world's full of a lot of empathetic people who do nothing. And so obviously you've all chosen not to be those people, and we've chosen to get to work. And like my theory of change is building political power with people who actually give a shit and will see the world through the eyes of the most vulnerable. And that's what we're all about. So just thank you so much for letting me on, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to better yourself. I think it's something we all need to do more of. Often, we're all students forever, no matter what we're doing, myself included, everybody, no matter who you are. And so it's just an honor to be on this call with all of our amazing staffers, volunteers, future candidates, future elected officials. And so thank you so much for having me. And again, shout out to the amazing staff at Arena. God bless you guys, and I'll see you out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Congressman, and thank you to all of Maxwell Frost staffers as well. We have so much love for their team and are just deeply appreciative for all of the support that the Congressman and his entire team have shown us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that we can continue to choose hope, and just really grateful for this opportunity to hear from you. All right, it is time to resume the agenda, and I am going to share my computer sound too. So here we go. Here's what we're gonna do today now that we're all fired up. Taking you through all of this. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to meet each other, but if we don't get to breakout rooms today, no fret. Are y'all able to see my screen?
Yes, we got one. It just went away.
I think we lost Jess.
No worries, I can pick it up.
Okay.
Are you all seeing my screen now?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. So as Jess was saying, we may have some time to meet each other. We might not. But we also have a little bit of housekeeping. So one, we're going to be going through a lot of content, so please stay on mute. We have some helpers who may politely mute you if you do come off. The chat is going to be moving fast. We're going to be dropping a lot of resources in there, and we also encourage you all to banter with each other and get to know one another via the chat. But if you have questions, there's a Q&A function at the bottom of your Zoom chat or your Zoom panel where you can ask questions of either myself or Jess or someone at Team Arena, or maybe something that you want to pass along to one of our partners. But the chat will be moderated, so please don't violate our norms, which are like sort of, we'll give you a direct message warning, public warning. We may bounce some folks if there's any bad actors in there, but after this meeting, we will do a follow-up email where you will get this recording and the resources we shared out via chat and that our wonderful partners highlighted. And we will also include a feedback survey, and we appreciate your participation in that. And that's another place where you can highlight either any questions or orgs that you want to be involved with. And just a handful of norms, just respecting each other as we're in this space together, making space, taking space, being mindful of how we participate relative to this group. So, you know, there might be moments of disagreement. This, a lot of folks are here from different parts of the movement, but disagreeing respectfully. We want to intentionally cultivate this space, but we may not always agree. But the important thing is that we're building community, making connections, and we're engaging with people, presenters. And so those are our norms that will guide us through this. And just getting to know Team Arena. Arena's mission is to convene, train, and support the next generation of leaders in all the different ways that they might show up, whether they're running for office, staff on campaigns, movement leaders, people in their communities stepping up in this moment. And Team Arena is supported by a small but mighty staff of 9. Lauren Bear, our managing partner, Deborah Cohen, our digital director, myself, I'm Santiago Martinez. In addition to helping support the training team, I also do a little bit of data toolbox. Myra is our chief of staff. Jessica Angima is another member of our training team. June Borst, deputy careers director. Sydney is our development director, and Aziz is our careers director. And throughout this entire series, you'll get to see and interact with different members of this Arena team that sort of will bring the programming to life. And whether it's on the careers front or different workshops that we're working through, you'll get to see how wonderful each member of this team is in putting together our whole core services. So under the training front, we train on role-specific sort of campaign management roles. So if you are interested in getting involved in the training aspects of our work, we train on all the different aspects of campaign leadership, management, advanced specializations. Our careers team is working with folks to refine resumes, do a little bit of coaching, providing resources to employers around resume databases and mentorship. We're also just building community via different ways that we're connecting folks through programs like virtual coffees or Arena Connections, and helping you all self-organize either regionally in the cities where you are, and also hosting convenings and summits. And then I mentioned our Arena Toolbox earlier, but this is our resource of over 100 downloadable tools, templates. If you're, creating social media content or budgets for a campaign, there are templates and video guides to help you every step of the way. And that is all the work that we do at Arena. But this is all about Power Rising Summer. And do we have Jess on the line? All right. Well, this moment is urgent. People everywhere are asking right now, what can they do? Congressman Frost talked a lot about, choosing hope and getting involved and, being those folks who are taking action. And so this call is about helping you find a little bit of direction, maybe getting some new ideas and sparking those. So throughout the summer, Arena and our partners, we're going to be hosting a series of virtual workshops, panel discussions, reading groups, career support services, all of these to help launch you into action, no matter where you are, whether you were someone who, has been victimized by Doge, somebody who is, watching the news and seeing all of these horrible things happen and wondering how you can support your community and those who are being most impacted. So the work is big. We don't have to do it alone. And part of this is meeting other people, other organizations who can help you get involved and take action. And so we have a handful of sponsors who are helping us make this happen. Google, our friends at Running Mate, Grassroots Analytics, Ripple, and Winnable, who are all helping support this work. And then you're about to meet, and I'm so excited for all of you because you're about to meet a whole bunch of our wonderful partners who are all themselves spearheading some really amazing work across the country and deep in community. And so, Arena is not alone in this either. There are so many organizations who are doing wonderful work, and we're going to get a chance to meet them. And before we do that, before I introduce the Power Rising Summer folks, I'm going to just update one setting on my shared screen.
Jess is back.
Jess is back. Fantastic. Jess, did I miss anything?
I have no idea because I couldn't hear you until about 20 seconds ago, but I think you
All
did.
right, I'll give you a quick summary. I said really wonderful things about you, and if anybody says that I didn't, they're lying. But no, also I was like just crazy articulate and really smart sounding. And
Awesome.
you could check the chat too.
I'm glad. Looking
But we're
forward.
ready for our first partner. Yeah, we're ready for our first partner.
Great.
And I'll kick it over to Rita.
It's
Rachel,
Rachel, yeah.
Rachel
Everyone
from
does that.
Artistic Action.
Hi.
Go for it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel Gita Karp-Sheher. I am the programs director at the Center for Artistic Activism. We are all about helping people like you use your own creativity and culture in your social justice work. And we have a quick video to tell you more about who we are. And that's all. Thanks. So we want to work with all of you. We want to win together. And on Wednesday, June 25th, from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern, we are holding an Action Energizer Lab, which is a 60-minute fast-paced workshop designed to give you practical tools and inspiring ideas to level up the work that you're doing right now. We have a sneak peek here of what we'll cover. We're going to share 9 simple techniques to make your actions more exciting, engaging, and get results. And if you're planning a protest or a performance or any kind of campaign moment, we can help you. We'll show you how you can connect with your audiences in ways that stick. and yeah, you can just run through these slides, Santiago. Thanks. We'll show you how you can start and end with a bang instead of a question mark, and we'll help you energize your action with simple field-tested tricks that'll boost engagement. So this is perfect for campaigners and organizers and anyone who's ready to stop leaving impact on the table. So join us at the Action Energizer Lab on June 25th. And I'm really thrilled to kick it over to the next partner, who's also one of our longtime collaborators and partners, Democracy.
Hey y'all, I'm Becky Bullard, the founder and CEO of Democracy, and can't speak highly enough of the Center for Artistic Activism. They have really helped me make my organizing work more creative and more impactful. So big plug for them. So Democracy is really focused on making democracy sexy, making it feel good to make change, especially in Texas for women and queer folks, because it doesn't feel so good in Texas for women and queer folks. So that looks like content that makes it actually fun to learn about bills that are moving through the Texas legislature and what we can do about them. It looks like events that are like a fun party that you would want to come to, regardless of if you think of yourself as an activist or not. So like Texorcism, we're casting spells, we're casting ballots, we're casting the demons out of the Texas Capitol. Valentine's Day is an event where we're celebrating the trans community and equipping cisgender folks to be better allies. Denim and Democracy Day, we were in head-to-toe denim, walking the halls of the Texas Capitol, advocating for abortion rights. So awesome events like that. And then community that feels really good to be part of, because we know that community is what sustains us. So if you are in Texas, I would love to invite you to join the Civic Mystics if you're into like tarot and astrology and social justice. It started out actually as a project supported by the Center for Artistic Activism for the 2024 election, but folks have enjoyed being part of this community so much that it continues to grow, and we continue to be engaged. We were engaged through the legislative session and now even locally fighting things like mass police surveillance at the city level. So go to thecivicmystics.com if you would like to join us, and hope to see y'all out there in these hot streets of Texas. But I think now I can kick it over to Run for Something. Is that right?
Hi, I'm Allie Bogan with Run for Something. It's great to see you all here today. A little bit about us. Run for Something recruits and supports diverse young progressives aged 40 and under running for state and local offices. We know that the next generation, or that the generation of leaders that got us to this moment won't be the generation who gets us to the next one. So we're rebuilding the bench from the bottom up so we can secure progressive change. We're trying to lower the barriers to entry for candidates by helping them with organization building, connecting them with community, and providing access to trainings. So if you are thinking about running for office, visit runforwhat.net. You can register for our upcoming candidate intro call, which is on Tuesday, June 17th. And if you're not ready to run, but you want to get involved, we'd love to have you volunteer with us. So join our volunteer call on July 8th. Our volunteer team works one-on-one with prospective young progressive candidates to connect them with resources and help them take their next steps. And next, I'm going to kick it over to Voters of Tomorrow.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kaya Jones, and I'm the Senior Director of Programming with Voters of Tomorrow. Voters of Tomorrow is a youth-led organization fighting for the freedoms of our future generation. We're truly building a youth political power that is engaging, educating, and empowering our peers, and really trying to bridge the gap between culture and politics. There's a few ways you can get involved. Thank you, June, for dropping the links in the chat. We have a chapter network for anyone that's in high school or college that's looking to be in community with like-minded folks ready to make change. We also are doing a lot of distributed work, and we're preparing for winning back the House in 2026. So we'll be on the ground in some really important districts in the next year. So if you're interested in getting involved in that work, definitely feel free to reach out to us. We have information calls of just how to get involved and learn more about what's going on. Another really exciting thing that's coming up is we have our summit July 26th. It'll be in Washington, D.C., and it's 100% free for all participants. It's a really great way to get involved. It'll be one day, super high energy. This space is for young activists, any organizers, advocates, and strategists like many of the folks on this call. It's really an opportunity for you to network yourself, connect with other leaders. We're going to have some really exciting speakers that we'll be announcing in the coming weeks. And it's also a great way, if you're an organization on this call, to plug into some of your partners' work or find ways to get involved with us. So it's definitely something that you don't want to miss, and we would love to have you there. So you can check out the link there too if you're interested in registering to come. But that's all, and I'll pass it to the next org.
Awesome. And here's the first ask.
Hi, y'all. I'm Eleanor. I'm the political director at the First Ask. We are dedicated to breaking down the barriers that keep women out of office, specifically at the state legislative level, with the goal of reaching a proportional representation of women in our state legislatures. Women currently only make up about 33% of all state legislators across the country. And we do this through working really closely directly with the campaigns to provide free campaign support so that the candidates have more bandwidth to be talking to voters, to be knocking on doors, and we can deal with some of the annoying little things that they don't necessarily have time to do to help give them more opportunity, more access, and then also share our resources with these women. We have our mailing list, which is a great way to know about what we have going on. We share all of our volunteer events, phone banking for our candidates, text banking for our candidates. And then I will also plug that if you are a progressive woman considering running for office, we would love to chat with you, love to talk through what that would look like and how we could be supportive, how some of our partners can be supportive. Alternatively, if you know a progressive woman who you think should run for state legislature, but they need just that little extra push to help them get there, we'd be happy, thrilled, ecstatic to talk with them and to help increase the number of women who are running for office. And then I will drop my email in the chat. You can also reach out through our website that was shared just a little bit ago. And then I will pass it over to the Progressive Pipeline.
Well, hello, y'all. My name is Danny. I am from Progressive Pipeline, and I'm really excited to see a lot of people here. I see familiar faces. I see familiar names, even some of our past fellows, some of our active fellows. But yeah, we run a fellowship program where we place folks with partner organizations that are nonprofits, they're advocacy orgs, labor unions, consulting firms, truly anything you can think of within the progressive space or social impact space more broadly. And our fellowship is designed to kind of specifically support people that come from underrepresented backgrounds and students, recent graduates, people that are kind of looking for what is this next thing? Because there's so many jobs within the progressive space that I think a lot of people don't know exist. And so we want to kind of fill some of that gap. So we get people connected directly to those organizations. They're working anywhere from like 10 weeks, 6-month fellowships. Meanwhile, you get one-on-one coaching. There's our professional development trainings. We even have our orientation kickoff today for our kind of summer cohort. So lots of stuff to happen there. But our application is rolling, and we are constantly engaging with new partners, some of who are on this call and some of who you'll hear from in a minute. Our Dirt Road organizing friends, they've hosted many of fellows. But yeah, our roles truly can go anywhere from like communications, political departments, events. We've even had some like program development, fundraising. So it's a cool opportunity to like get in on the ground, figure something out, decide if that's what you want to do or not, and kind of continue onward with that. But yeah, lots of things that kind of go into what is Progressive Pipeline. But if you're interested, check out the website, definitely apply. And if I can give you one application tip advice is, be like authentic, be yourself. I think those application questions are crafted specifically just like so you can bring in experiences that are not just academic or experiences that are not just work stuff. Tell us a bit about yourself, and I think things will work out a little bit easier that way. So yeah, it's nice kind of getting to see y'all, and I think the next people are the Zing Collective.
Hi everyone. My name is Stephanie Medina. My name is Stephanie Medina. I always forget my last name. I'm the Deputy Director of Partner Engagement at Zing Collective. So Zing Collective recruits, retains, and trains diverse, high potential talent to work on races across America. And it's because we know that the competitive races that create these majorities are decided by very small margins, and it's, the best in class talent. It's, alongside critical infrastructure and tools that make the difference between winning and losing. So if you've heard of DigiDems, if you've heard of Blue Leadership Collaborative, that's us. These are two organizations that are committed to preparing folks to be the best campaign operatives they can be. I'm an alum of Blue Leadership, and I manage the amazing Danica Rome. Our alumni have managed the races of John Tester, Josh Stein, Lisa Blunt Rochester, Greg Landsman, and a ton of other folks. Our DigiDems worked on some really incredible congressional campaigns and coordinated races across the country, the Tammy Baldwin, Marie Glusenkamp Perez, a ton of races in the Midwest. Those are like the ones at top of mind right now, but our folks get to work on some really great places. And we're actually going to be recruiting in the next couple of months for our DigiDems, both HQ and our DigiDems on the ground, as well as our BLC program, which next year, historically, we've always gone to states with places where state houses have small majorities that need to be kept. So we were just in Pennsylvania last year. This year we're in Virginia. Not sure where we'll be next year, but if you are interested in any of our programs, you can feel free to go to our Zing Collective website, zingcollective.com. You can sign up for our newsletter, and we'll keep you up to date with all of the upcoming stuff that we have going on. So really love this program, and I'm really excited to get to be bunched up with all of these great folks partnering with Arena to get these things done.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we will pass it over to Higher Ground Institute.
Hey y'all, my name's Kemi. I'm the Chief Program Officer at Higher Ground Institute, and really grateful to be here. Thanks Team Arena and so many of these partner organizations who we have worked with throughout different entities that we've been called. At HEI, we try and think not only about the tools and the technology that we need to win campaigns or issue-based campaigns also, but also about how that adoption looks like and the strategy and developing new strategy as progressives. We're actually wrapping up our interview process for our first year of Media Innovation Fellows. So we're excited to share some of the programming that will come out of that as we have folks really thinking about how we can do better when it comes to media and messaging. We also do a lot of work when it comes to AI or really any emerging technology that comes up in this space. So please definitely look out for us later this summer with some in-person hackathons, some trainings online, and we also do some great cohorts. Thanks for being here and excited to work with y'all in the future. I'll pass it along.
Hey y'all, I'm Nina. I'm from Vote Save America. If you've ever heard of Pod Save America or Crooked Media, Vote Save America is the political arm. We have a bajillion ways that you can get involved, but I'm just going to talk about a couple of them. This year, we are focused on statewide elections in Georgia, Virginia, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. And so if you live in one of those places, definitely sign up on Mobilize or for our email, because we'll be doing things in all those places. Today is New Jersey's primary. If you happen to live in New Jersey, definitely vote. But in addition to our electoral priorities in 2025, we are also working with organizations across the ecosystem for mass mobilization efforts, groups like Indivisible, Swing Left, et cetera. We are a place that you can get involved in those, but obviously those groups are as well. And then we are doing a lot of online public pressure around things like the reconciliation bill and telling folks where they're, who their congresspeople are that they can put pressure on. And next year, we are going to be doing a lot of relational organizing as it pertains to the midterms. And so, if you want to do relational or digital or things locally as they pertain to local elections, definitely sign up. And also I can, I'll drop my email in the chat if folks want to email me. But yeah, thanks so much. I'm excited to be here.
Thanks so much, Nina. And I think you have some Vote Save moderators in the chat as well. So that's really exciting. I am going to take us through a few more of our partner orgs who couldn't be here. I want to shout out Dirt Road Organizing, which provides training and mentorship to candidates and staff in rural America. They have a cohort coming up. You can join dirtroadorganizing.org/cohorts if you want to learn more. They're an incredible organization. Next up, we are going to talk through New Disabled South Rising. New Disabled South Rising is another incredible organization, disability justice organizers, and just really incredible folks doing great work. They have a lecture series coming up. The first one is going to be on June 17th. It is called Mapping Our Care Webs, Strategies for Imperfect Survival. You can feel free to check that out and join it. Highly recommend. You will learn a lot, I guarantee. Next up, Supermajority. Supermajority also has some speaker events coming up. Supermajority is a woman-led organization working towards gender parity, gender equality, and is just a massive organization. So please feel free, check them out. They have been incredible partners. You can join as a member for free. You can check out their speaker series. They have a ton of great events coming up, and would love to have you there. If you want a little bit more info, you can email info@supermajority.com. Forum NYC is a New York-based organization. It is a civic engagement group that engages in shared dialogue. They prioritize in-person events in the city. So candidates and officials and leaders in like the civic space all come together with this group and engage in conversation. They have some really exciting, cool programming coming up over the summer that we're excited to share more about. If you want to attend some of their events, or if you want to be a featured speaker at one of their events, you can check them out at the Forum NYC website, theforum.nyc. We also have 95 and 35, which I believe is our youngest partner organization. They are just now getting launched and developing their summer programming. So we're excited to share more about what they have coming up when it's ready for the public's eye. But they are an organization working to build a female majority in the Connecticut legislature by 2035. So that is where the name 95 and 35 comes from. Very exciting. And last but not least, we have Pipeline Fund, which is an organization working towards a reflective democracy and addressing all of our urgent needs. You can find out more about Pipeline Fund at pipeline.fund, which is a very fun website to say. And I think maybe I said last but not least a little early, but I think this one is last but not least. Dem Power Labs is a voter protection organization that works in collaboration with Democratic parties to build infrastructure to support voter protection and democracy defense infrastructure across the United States. You can connect with them on LinkedIn, linkedin.com/company/dempowerlabs. These are our partners. I hope you have enjoyed learning about these folks. We are excited to connect you with them. So we have a poll right now. If you want to, let us know which groups you're excited to get involved with. We will share your information directly with them so that y'all can be connected at a very low lift to everyone. We're excited to be able to connect you with folks that you're excited to be connected with. So go ahead and vote in the poll. We're going to leave that open. So keep going. Don't stop. We're at a 25% participation in this election. And we'll let it keep going. Thank you so much. And while you're doing that, maybe we could stop sharing because I have another event to tell you about. We are excited. We are excited to introduce Michigan State Senator Mallory McMorrow, who is joining us, another special guest. Please give it up in the chat. I know, you never know what's going to happen at Arena. Give it up in the chat. And if we could spotlight the senator, that would be fab. And I
There
don't
we
need spotlighted.
Hi, everybody. So nice to meet all of you. I am Michigan State Senator Mallory McMorrow, and I was invited here to give some closing words. So it sounds like you have had a lot of information, a lot of incredible organizations that are doing great work that you have learned about, maybe many for the first time today. So I just want to close with a very brief story. I, like a lot of you, maybe in this moment, I woke up the day after the 2016 election and I looked outside and I expected the world to be on fire. And somehow it was more shocking that it wasn't. So there was a video that went viral then of middle school students chanting "Build that wall" at a middle schooler. And that was from Royal Oak Middle School, which was my polling place in the 2016 election. And there was something about the fact that it was kids and they had learned this horrific, disgusting behavior that broke something inside of me. So I did what any sane person does, and I Googled how to run for office. I found organizations like Arena and Emerge and She Should Run, and I really dug in, knowing nothing. I had maybe canvassed a few times in my life. I was not a lifelong protester. I had never really worked on a campaign. So wherever you are today, just know you are exactly where you need to be. You will learn how to get into this work step by step by getting involved. There is no perfect first step. So if you are learning about all these great organizations, just reach out and try one and try an action and try an activity. And if that doesn't work and it doesn't fit you, who you are, try something else. I am now in my 7th year in the state legislature here in Michigan, in the first democratically held state senate since 1984. We worked our asses off, y'all, here on the ground all across Michigan. And when we built up power, we governed like we give a damn. I could be here all day rattling off all of the things that we did, but we passed sensible gun violence prevention. We repealed the seniors' retirement tax. We lifted 100,000 kids out of poverty. We passed universal free breakfast and lunch. We expanded the Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act to explicitly protect LGBTQ Michiganders at a moment when other states are trying to legislate them out of existence. We repealed the 1931 abortion ban. Like I said, we could be here all day. I just want to say thank you for caring enough to join this call, for recognizing that it is on all of us to do something in this moment, that what we are seeing right now across the country from the Trump administration is, excuse my language, completely fucked up. And nobody is coming to save us but us. So thank you. I talked to a member of Congress here, an ex-member of Congress here in Michigan last week, who told me, you know what, Mal, this is going to be the moment to save the country. So it's on us. Thank you for being here. Let's go save the damn country. I see it in the chat. Yes, we save us. Nobody saves us, we save us. We do it, we write our own future. And if you happen to be in Michigan or you want to get involved on our campaign, you can learn more at mcmorrowformichigan.com. I am now running for US Senate, but I have learned so much from Arena, from organizations like Arena. It is an incredible group of people and you are in very good hands. So go kick some ass. Thank you for being here and let's go save the damn country.
Thank you so much, Senator McMorrow. Let's give it up in the chat. We are so appreciative to you and to your team for all of your support and for joining us today. We are so deeply indebted to you for your time and for all of the work that you've done in the halls of power. So we are really, really appreciative. In our programming, we have just a few more quick notes. We're going to invite you to our upcoming events. I think we're all really fired up and it's time to go out and do something about it. So we have just a few more slides to share. And the first event that we want to invite you to is our panel on Thursday called Fighting Back Against Trump. This is going to be a really impactful panel. We have Dirt Road Organizing, New Disabled South Rising, and a whole bunch of other really inspirational groups. Former Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes is joining us. We have representation from the SEIU, from the Portland City Council, so Battleground Texas, Swing Left. If you're interested in joining that panel, the link is in the chat and we will send you a follow-up as well. The next thing we have coming up next week is a workshop, Finding Yourself in the Movement. This one's going to be interactive It is reflection exercises, hands-on exercises, so that you get really clear on what it is that you want to do, how you want to be involved in this moment where your skills and energy all align, and how you are going to show up in the work. You can join us on that one. The link is in the chat. And then we also have another panel in June, Innovations to Take Back Congress. We're going to be talking about all of the fresh approaches to not only digital strategy, but also coalition building and data analysis, and all of the things that we have been learning from our past work, ways that we're going to push our tactics forward. And maybe it will inspire you for your own work too. So that link is in the chat as well. And then last but not least, rounding out June and taking us through into July, we are having a career coaching week. Please stay tuned for more. We are getting the infrastructure all together because we are going to be providing you, if you are interested in a role in politics, live coaching and hands-on guidance the last week in June. So you can sign up for that. We'll send out links and we will be happy to help you on your career journey. So we're really excited. We have a ton more events. We have some book clubs coming up. We'll take you through all of them. We'll be in them together through July and August and into September. And maybe if we could just talk about the book clubs real quick. Sweet. In July, we are reading Let This Radicalize You. And in August, we are reading Tyranny of the Minority. So if you're a bookworm like myself, you are welcome to join us for these. Those links are in the chat. I love a good book club too. And we just have one more link to share with you. So we will tell you our next steps now. Yeah, add them to the Libby list. So now we would love your feedback. Here at Arena, we incorporate feedback into everything that we do. We know we didn't get a chance to tell you about every single event that we have coming up over the summer. And honestly, we're adding more and more events. So we couldn't have told you about them all, even if we wanted to. But we will email you this recording and all of the links that we shared in the chat, all of the links that our partners shared in the chat. So if we could drop, that feedback survey in. Tell us what you thought. Tell us what you want from us, and we will be happy to incorporate your feedback. And we will see you on Thursday for Fighting Back Against Trump at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That is our show today, folks. Very appreciative to you for all of your time, to the Arena team for all of our work getting this together, to our partners for all of your support and your just gracious gift of all of your time and the support with promotion. And we're just so glad to be in community and in collaboration with you. Just a lot of love going around. It is a little bit of a dark moment, but we are so fortunate to be in community with each other and just really excited for what we're going to be able to do, how we're going to be able to leverage our collective power over the summer. So thank you, thank you. That's our show. We miss you already, but we'll see you on Thursday.